Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is a bonus full moon for the month of February tarot oracle reading. And Taurus, you are the star of this astrological insight. If your sun sign is not Taurus, we still all have a little bit of Taurus in us. If you have your birth chart, which house is Taurus in, that's where this energy is going to show up for you. My goal is to provide valuable information to empower you. Be aware this is a collective or general reading, so parts of it may or may not resonate with you. Just take what works for you and leave the rest. Also, this is a timely reading, meaning if you're watching this at this time, it's the perfect time for you. Having said that, if I posted this reading some time ago, what was going on in your life back then, it may give you further clarity of what your situation is. All right, so yay, Taurus. The 10 of Cups. We have ultimate fulfillment. This is an awesome way to start off this reading. So the moon that we have is actually right on February 1st, the very first day of the month. And it is in the sign of Leo. And it's way calmer moon than the one we had on January 3rd. So it's like, whew. It's kind of like, oh, okay, this is more of an average kind of moon. It's got a lot of romantic energy behind it. That has already been coming in. Quite often we will feel like the energy of the full moon 3 days before and 3 days after. And I think will be on the 23rd when this is posted. So, we're not that far. We're a week away from the energy. So I'm just giving everybody a heads up on it. And this is like a very expressive full moon. It's like really, the Leo energy is that of a leader and wanting to really express their desires and how they would do things, that kind of energy. It's a fire sign. So let's look into this. So the underlying energy for the entire reading is the 10 of Cups. And this energy is talking about love. And that's that energy I was just speaking of. So we have like 10 cups here, and this is the most you can have in tarot. So this is talking about you have the partner you love, you have the beautiful children you love, you have the home that you love, in the country that you love, in the area that you love, kind of that energy. You love your career, you love the neighbors, you love your co-workers, everything's working out beautifully. So that is a beautiful card to begin with. And then from the underlying energy, we have the 9 of Pentacles. So hey, you're on a real roll here, Taurus. This energy is right up your alley. This is the Pentacle energy. And that's what the sign of Taurus represents, Pentacles. This is talking about the 9 of Pentacles is like one away from the most you can have. So you already have ultimate fulfillment. That's very possible here for the overall reading. And then this is talking about your internal forces. So this is talking about your ability to bring what you want from your thoughts and from, the ethers into existence down on the planet Earth. That is the energy of the Pentacles is, that's your element. And so the Taurus energy is the youngest of the three elements, or the three signs that represent the element of the Pentacles. And the Pentacles definitely is about money, but it's also about health, wealth, happiness, the lifestyle that you live. And so this card is saying that it's about the give and take in life. And you think about when we start the horoscope, the very first sign in the horoscope is Aries, and that represents the newborn baby. And so the newborn baby is like the energy of Aries, and then we have Taurus comes next. And so Taurus is actually when you're a toddler, and you know how toddlers are. They need to learn how to give and take. And so this energy is about Taurus is all about the energy of Venus as well. And it's talking about love, and that includes romantic love and love for children, love for your lifestyle, and love for the planet Earth. And so this energy is talking about She has her hand on 6 pentacles, and then she has her 3 behind her. And so these 6 pentacles here represent the energy that she always keeps for herself. So she understands the give and take of manifestation and of being strong in her environment. So she always has her hand on like at least 60% of what she has, or around 60%, and 30% is what she's willing to give to charity, to give away, to maybe family members that need help, or that kind of energy. This is not just talking about money. This is talking about what are you willing to invest in? Who are you investing it with? This is your time, your energy, and your money, that kind of energy. And it's about lifestyle. Nikola Tesla talks about the beauty of the 369 of this ratio, that if you know the beauty of the 369, then you have the universe, the key to the universe. Because we do need to look after our needs first, and then we can look after the needs of others. So it's knowing how much to give, who to give it to, how much to take, who to take from, that kind of energy. And this is allows you to have the perfect environment to have a really good lifestyle. And so the internal forces are the driving forces inside yourself, and you can tell that it's internal forces because the questions that come up are like, you know, what if I do this? What if that happens? And what if I do that? What if this happens? And what if they do that? Then what if I, you know, like the what if. You have control over the what ifs. You can control your reaction or response, and it's better to respond than to react. And you can also, you can't really control what the external forces have happening, so you can control that part of it within yourself. We have the 3 of Pentacles here, and so the 3 of Pentacles is talking about the energy of you have reached a point now in your life where you are in an elevated position. This represents that you are being recognized, that you have mastered your skill set. So this could mean that you just received papers for, like, this is a stonemason. And so someone that's doing a lot of beautiful carving here. And you could be starting to be recognized. And people want to collaborate with you. So that's really good, like that you're being recognized and people want to collaborate with you. This is talking about being very careful that when you collaborate with people, when you're at this point, what you want to do is make sure that they are in alignment with your goals. And especially if you are someone that is an entrepreneur and you have your own business, you want to make sure that you're the one that sets the tone, that you're the one that sets the rules for how you're going to work. And, you know, it's kind of like a contractor, I guess, energy, because you want to make sure that any work you do, that you're in alignment with what you want in life, because this card represents people. It sometimes can represent secret societies and people that really do admire your work, and they want you to work for them, though, not the other way around. So that's the, you know, the energy. You have to make sure that it's a strong collaboration. And if there's any contracts or leases, you know, have an expert take a look at them. That's good advice in any case. When other people want to collaborate with you, you want to make sure that you're in a position to dictate how that is going to be, because you're the one who's going to have to do this specialized work. And you know, how much are you going to get paid for it? What hours are you going to work? How long? You know, when is the deadline? That kind of energy. You really want to make sure that it's in alignment with your lifestyle so that it empowers you. And then we have, okay, this card is talking about regret in matters of love, which is kind of interesting because we have this fulfillment here. And so this can represent romantic love, being in regret for something that's happened in your romantic love life, or it can also represent some sort of energy of being in, you know, for something you love to do or love to be, like if you really love your work. So you may already be in this position where you signed up with some people, because we have 3 people here and 3 cups here. 2 are full of wine and one's full of whatever that is. And then we have the 2 cups standing behind. So this is saying that there's some regret here. And if you've heard the saying, don't cry over spilt milk, this represents that energy. So this person is standing at the, looking at what he's lost here and is in total regret here. And this is talking about, like, the wine is already spilt. It's in the ground. You're not going to be able to, suck it dry out of the ground there. So you have to accept the loss. And you could stand there for the rest of your life and be in regret. Or you could turn around and notice, hey, there's 2 cups standing. I'm going to be very grateful. I still have 2 standing, and appreciate that and pick them up, and then go down the path, cross the bridge over troubled waters, and go to my castle. And even your castle, like if this is about a love relationship, it's half standing, half like empty kind of energy. And that's the same as the saying, is the glass half full or is the glass half empty? So this is about your attitude, basically, like which attitude are you going to adopt? We'll look into it some more further, because it could be like you were in this position and thought, oh, this is the perfect opportunity, and then found out that you weren't in alignment with what the people that you were working with were. And now we have, okay, so now we have clarification on this energy here. So this is the 2 of Cups, and the 2 of Cups represents soulmates. So this is a very close bond that you have, or a contract that you have with someone else that is your soulmate. Now, a soulmate does not have to be someone who is, your romantic partner, but usually it is. And this soulmate energy is talking about perhaps you've just met someone, or you're about to meet someone, past, present, future. This reading's different for everybody. We do have Valentine's Day coming up on the 14th of February, and this moon is on the 1st. And so there could be some sort of energy in that. So this could be talking about a love interest that you had, but you weren't in alignment with each other, something over your work. Maybe there was some you weren't in alignment with in that way. And it's talking about maybe for you had to work long hours at that time or whatever, and it just didn't work out with a relationship. Sometimes this cup here, or these 3 cups, can represent that there was infidelity in a relationship. Or sometimes it can represent that you gave somebody 3 chances and they blew it. But the odd time, this could represent that, the 3rd time's the charm, and now this is these 2 cups here, and you've met someone, and you were in regret, but now you've met someone that's your soulmate. So it could be either or. This could be like you're in this energy right now, and you thought it was your soulmate and then found out, oh, it didn't work out. Or it could be that you had this experience and now you have met someone after you picked these 2 cups, and now you are in your energy. Sometimes, if this isn't about romantic love, this can be, as I said, the cups can be about something you love to do, something you love to be, that kind of energy, somewhere you want to go, like that you love to go to, you love your work. And this can represent your masculine and your feminine energies coming together and being very balanced, and also your spiritual needs are really balanced, and the needs of your soul are very balanced with your physical lifestyle. Because right here, the lifestyle you have looks like it's very solid. So let's look into this a little bit more. Okay, now we're really getting clarification here. We've got the Knight of Cups coming in. So the knights would work for the king and the queen in the court, and they would travel for miles and go from kingdom to kingdom, delivering messages and then returning the message back to the king. So quite often they would travel by horse, and that energy is about communication of some sort coming in. Now, in the old days, of course, they would be communicating through by horse. Like they would travel by horse, and then sometimes it would take days or weeks or however long to get to the other kingdom to deliver the message, and then have to come all the way back. These days, the energy is more like, oh, we have instant communication. So this could be a phone call, it could be an email, It could be a letter in the mail that came, express post kind of energy. This could be in person as well, but it's more likely to be one of those. Sometimes it's just an energy coming in from a post, that you see on social media, or it could be a dating site. Actually, I just picked up, because we do have the Knight of Cups here, and the Knight of Cups represents the knight in shining armor that we hear about in our romance novels and in movies, that kind of energy. Someone who's really well put together, and the love of your life, the perfect person, romantic, and you're in love, and all of that energy. So sometimes this represents someone coming in with a proposal of marriage. Because the knight is like traveling towards someone, like that. It's that kind of energy. And we do have the horse energy, and so we have on the full moon is on February 1st, and as I said, it's in the sign of Leo. And it's kind of interesting because with this energy, so the Leo energy is saying, of this full moon, is saying, I want to look after my needs. I want to look after what I personally need and want in my life. That's where I'm at right now. And across the horoscope wheel is the sign of Aquarius, and Aquarius energy is opposing this. Opposing this energy of Leo, and it's saying, I want what's best for the planet. I want what's best for the group dynamic. I want, and that's the discrepancy of the energy. I want you to come and work for us and do it for our group, not for your own personal needs. That's the kind of energy that we're talking about. So this is a really good example of it. And then we have the year of the horse coming in then on the 17th of February. And on 17th of February is a new moon as well, plus there's a solar eclipse. So this energy is going to become very intense for the new moon. The full moon, it's kind of calmer. It's just kind of like navigating through your needs, as opposed to, say, your family's needs, or your needs opposed to your co-workers' needs, your needs opposed to your neighbor's needs, that kind of energy, and having to navigate that. And so this quite often does mean, it can be an apology coming in. It also can be like a marriage proposal, or, let's go out on a date. I want to get to know you better kind of energy. And it changes your world, is what this is saying. So the World card, when the Fool starts out on his journey in the major arcana, he starts at the 0 point, and he goes through 21 cards. And this is saying, this is the end of a cycle here. When you meet this person, it's going to change your life. It's going to be like a different world for you, and it's an achievement. So I feel like, you might have a lot of the lifestyle, because the Nine of Pentacles is a lot of money and a lot of wealth, health, happiness. It's a lot of the lifestyle that you already have that, but perhaps you are missing that one last cup, which is this cup of love that's coming in, and having a partner that is really someone that you really can really get excited about. And hey, you maybe up to this point you have not been that interested in marriage or strong commitments with a partner, and now you're saying, I'm thinking I might want to have a family now, and that would be that would be, I'm ready for that now. And so this is talking about an achievement that you have made, and now you're in a position to move forward, and in even a better way. So this is really a good reading, Taurus. And then we have the Queen of Swords coming in. So this is the first real figure that, this could be your energy. The Queen of Swords, she is someone that has, it could explain this card here. She has experienced some negative energy when it comes to life. And she is, been there, done that, has the t-shirt for a souvenir. And she can be kind of cold to, appear to be cold compared to the other queens, because she's been there and done that, and she's not doing it again. She has her right sword up. She also put, like in her right hand, she has the sword up. And that's saying, you better come into me correct, or don't bother coming in at all, or off with your head. She has no patience left for anyone who's going to put her in this position ever again. And she has clarity about what she wants in that. Like, this is talking about this clarity here. I'm not interested, and she's really embracing this Leo full moon energy. I am not interested in group dynamics or whatever. I'm interested in what's in it for me, because I've already been there, done that. I want this right now. This is what I'm looking for. And so this offer, if it's a straight up offer, she's got her left hand out saying, hey, and both of these are facing the same direction, so that's good. And they're both looking at, like the world, this card and this card. So it's talking about, this is something she wants. And I want you to recognize also that the Queen of Swords could be a male in his feminine energy, as well as a female in her masculine. Or sorry, a female in her feminine, or a masculine in his feminine. So you may need to role reverse here. These are all archetypes. And I feel like, though, that maybe this offer coming in from a soulmate is one that she's like, wow, and it softens her back up again. That's the energy I'm getting. So let's just look at this. And you might be this Queen of Swords, or you might be, someone might be interested in you and want to offer this to you. So we have the identity is how you identify with yourself is I want my needs met, and I will collaborate with people who want to do it my way. That's kind of the energy. And you're in a position, you have you have a lot going for you, and you've put the work in. And because this is saying that you're being honored, and people are noticing that you have mastered your skill set. And so they really do see that you do good work. Come on, Stella. My cat is being very obnoxious, sorry. I don't know what her issue is, but she wants me to play her something because I've fed her, I've cleaned her litter box, I've given her fresh water. She's running around a bit here, being kind of a pain in the butt. So I apologize if I get distracted here and there. I have, this is talking about how you feel about your abundance. And again, it's saying, I've been there. I've done, I am not interested in going through this again. I would rather be single, because this quite often can represent someone who's divorced or separated, that kind of energy. And it's like, I would rather be single and on my own than be in a situation like this again. And then this is talking about communication in early life. So this energy is like when you first come in kind of energy. Soulmates are someone that your soul has needs. A lot of people will say, oh, I'm a human being with a soul, but you're actually a soul that's traveling in a human body. And so your soul has specific needs as well. And if those needs aren't addressed, you're not going to have this ultimate fulfillment. This is talking about home and family. And I feel like I'm just getting this energy that you were raised, you're a responsible person, clearly, that has been raised with love. And, I feel like you have a strong emotional foundation, but perhaps you've just been through a really challenging relationship. And this is about creativity and romance and children. So you may have been in a position where you just were more focused on your career. And maybe that's why, the romantic part, love life part, it wasn't your main priority at the time. And now you're more in this mood for this offer. So it's all about timing, right? And then this is about your health and your daily routine and your habits. So this is talking about like you're ready not to be single anymore. That's the energy I'm picking up. I'm getting you're single. You may be divorced, or that could be the energy, but you might have just had a real serious relationship and then it didn't work out kind of energy. And there could have been some infidelity or just a regret of maybe you were putting in so much time in your work life, and this is coming up quite a bit. We've moved out of the Capricorn energy, which is about really being responsible and taking step after step after step to go towards your goal and being very determined. So I feel like maybe you've been in that energy and probably needed to be to get to the level that you're at right now in what you're doing. This could be a doctorate, like it could be a lot of things, right? You could be writing a book and you got it published and now you're on the New York bestsellers list, that kind of energy. And because there's a lot of recognition and also the lifestyle that you want to live. So let's look at what are the external forces here then. Okay, I do feel this is a proposal from someone that wants to marry you, or you want to marry someone and are proposing to them. And remember, this could be a man or a woman in that energy, but this is saying, I have a serious offer. That you've met someone that you really feel is like on a soul level as well as on the physical level, that you really want to spend the rest of your life with them and you're willing to make that commitment. So the fulfillment is the external forces. And that is about following traditional roles kind of getting married and then, perhaps starting a family and having kids and having like that all American dream kind of energy. And I feel like you're ready for it now. And so this is talking about walking through that portal and having that. This energy here is talking about if this is something you're beginning, or like if this happened in the past and now you're in the present, you're already married and you are with your partner, perhaps you're getting ready to start a family now, that kind of energy. And so this is talking about you've gone through the portal, like you have the down payment for your castle, which is a huge accomplishment, but you probably still have mortgage payments to make. So it's talking about you need to put the work in still for this ultimate fulfillment, but you're well on your way. And also you need to, like if you're already married, you need to continue to put the work into your marriage to keep it healthy and, strong. And then we have the Strength card coming up, and this is again talking about that Leo full moon energy, the Leo, the lion kind of energy. So, but this is a male lion, and he's allowing this young woman to reach into his mouth, and and she's just like in there, and this is because the lion represents her fears. And look, he's even submissive. He has his tail tucked under. He's allowing it. And so she is, the more she faces her fears, and I feel like perhaps after this experience, there is some of that energy of like, oh, I'm afraid to commit again, like it's to be vulnerable. And sometimes these fears can be from when you were a young child as well, like if you've had a family where there was divorce or something like that. Or it can just be, just every, the fears that we all have around that of making ourselves vulnerable in love. But I feel like it's also sort of talking about being willing to really look at the fears that you have around yourself and recognize that it's important for you to look after yourself, but you also are willing to take another person's, like your soulmate, your love partner, your spouse, that you are willing to take their needs into consideration as well now. Like it's a more mature energy. And look we have the King of Cups coming in. So that's confirming it. This is definitely, I feel like a proposal of marriage or an offer of love. And how perfect, like with the full moon energy in Leo, having that energy come in. This is representing the King of Cups is sitting on his throne, and he's out in the middle of this water, and the rough water around him, all the waves, that represents like volatile emotion. and different, mixed emotions like we've been talking about. And so, but he has his cup of love there, and he does have his right foot, which is representing action, ready to lift up and take action as soon as he feels like, okay, well, do you think this Queen of Swords is ready to take my offer now kind of energy? He is the most emotionally available of all the kings, and very steady in love. Like he has a control over his emotions, so he wouldn't make this offer unless it was a true offer and from his heart. That's the kind of energy we have going. And remember, the King of Cups could be a woman in her masculine energy, and the King or the Queen of Swords could be male in their feminine energy. So just play it like it is. Sometimes men have to put themselves in a feminine energy to be able to express themselves like in a vulnerable way like that. A lot of men are taught not to. Then we have, yes, this is like your destined path. So she is dipping her foot into the universal waters, and she's pouring her energy into the universe and then scooping it up, and then also pouring in, mixing them up and pouring what she has to offer onto the planet Earth. And this is saying you're a star. You were born to shine. This is also very typical of Leo energy, but it's actually Aquarian energy as well. So this is talking about bringing down from the heavens your own special quality. And then this is your North Star. So it's saying, follow your North Star. That is your purpose in life, your divine path, and bring that energy, which is unique for each and every one of us. And the Leo energy, it's Leo. A lot of Leos are born to lead. It's just an energy. They have the charisma and the fire within them and that energy. And so this is talking about that moon energy again. And any one of us can adopt that energy and say, okay, I'm going to bring my leadership qualities out now. And I'm going to use that to move forward in my life in the way that I want. And recognizing what your what is your super star quality that you can bring down. Every single one of us on this planet has a divine path, and we all have, there's no one else exactly like you. And so you do have your own unique qualities that you bring onto the planet, and they are part of God's plan. And yes, this is talking about, again, this temperance energy is about devotion on your path, on the one that you were put on this earth, and to be the leader that you're meant to be, and to step forward in that energy. And so this is really beautiful. It's talking about staying on your path and being with your divine soulmate. This is a beautiful reading, Taurus. This is also saying, and I have to congratulate you on this, because Taurus is represented by the bull, and that energy sometimes can be very stubborn. I like to say determined, but this energy sometimes, like it can represent the energy of an earth angel, like someone. A lot of people feel that in the Bible it says there's 144,000, and they say, that God actually sends angels down to earth in human form, and that they have, a lot of love. And you think about a toddler, and that's the stage of life Taurus is in. You think about a toddler and how they have the ability to really be so loving, and then at the same time they're always asking why, and they don't like to share. So the fact that you already have mastered that, like you've put your energy into understanding the give and take of life, is really making you and having the patience to stay on that path is a really congratulations on that. And then we have this energy coming in of the Chariot, and this energy, the Chariot's been coming up a lot lately, because I feel like it's the energy saying, I don't know, after that full moon, I think in in Cancer in January on the 3rd, it was a very volatile moon, full moon, and I feel like this one is kind of like, okay, let's release what little bit is left that we didn't let off back then. and be ready and be put in position. And if you already, failed your New Year's resolution from the new year, you can look towards the year of the horse coming up. This is another new year. And, it's a second chance kind of energy. And this energy is saying you are on your divine path now, definitely. You're the star, and you've got you've been patiently staying on your path, and now you're being rewarded for it. And this is talking about the dynamic, like the forward movement, that it's already coming in. And I feel like, on the second, I actually prefer the energy of the Chinese New Year coming in, for more, it's more real to me because it follows a lunar cycle. So it's not like in the Western world, we follow the Gregorian calendar, which is the math doesn't quite work out, so we have to fudge it. Every 4th year we have a leap year to make up for the time difference, whereas this is just following the cycles of the moon, so it's more predictable and dependable. And then we have the energy of the King of Wands coming in. This energy has been coming in so much. And I feel, again, I feel like this is very much like Leo energy here. You've got the fire energy, the passion to move forward. That kind of energy is, we can all adopt that kind of energy. So I feel like this is a good combination of having passion and love and being able to move forward and have the ability to stand up for yourself now and say, look, I've learned give and take, and I'm willing to give my fair share, and I also expect the same back from you. I really this is a really beautiful reading for you, Taurus. Aries had a real awesome one too. And so this energy is a good complement for you. I feel especially if you've learned this give and take. And for Taurus, it's all about the Taurus loves beautiful things and like beautiful homes and decorating and that kind of energy. It's like the comforts of life. It's really important. Taurus energy thrives under this King of Cups energy. But it's nice that there's some passion in it as well. The King of Cups is a steady person, someone that you can count on usually. Like it's a true love. They really do want to have this good life with you. So let's take a look. We can clarify this a little bit here. If you're enjoying this reading, please do give it a like and comment. I was thinking I was going to do some readings for Valentine's Day too, and I'm thinking, whoa, it's looking really good for romance in February. Well, I'm only on the second sign now. We'll see here. That's good energy. So this is my Oracle, Tales from the Vector. It's TAILS, and I do have a website, talesfromthevector.com, TAILS. And I started it back in 2007, and I completed the 64th painting in 2020. And now I'm just gathering information with all of you online here, and so I can write up the book that goes with it. And I'm really, and then I'll bring it out into its physical form. I'm happy. It'll be nice to have it done. For many reasons. Like it's kind of like I'm ready to have it done now. It's been kind of percolating in the back burner a lot of the time, so I understand that energy a lot. But like once it's done, then it's kind of like, oh, okay, now you can start a new project, and then and feel really good about having completed this energy right here. So in the description box below, I will have. I'm just wondering if this needs to be up a little bit more here, just because I was doing a different kind of reading, just so you can see these. That might be better. I will, in the description box below, have the cards in the order that they appear here, and the numbers represent the paintings in the order they are on my website. All right, so let's see, what's the underlying energy, clarifying that. The Oracle is... This is from the bottom of the deck, is the falling star. So this is falling and failing in love is a matter of eye. So yeah, it's good. Like it's saying you have that unconditional love for yourself. You know that you deserve to have a good life, and having the courage to go after it. And this card here is your position of partnerships and romance, etc. So this is about love, definitely. And this is about opening, having the courage to open your heart back up if you've been hurt in the past. And just feeling unfettered in love, like, okay, I'm going to give it another go. I'm willing to do that for this person here. Really, really wonderful energy. And then we have surrender. So I feel like this energy is talking about staying on your path. And I feel like you are someone that does surrender to the higher good and to the, to a higher power kind of energy. So this is talking about, being able to meditate and be able to go inward and have that to rely on so that you make strong decisions, because you do have a real strong position here. And then we have trauma. Yeah, I'm getting there was like in this energy, this is basically like, this is such a perfect reading for this full moon, because it's saying there has to be that balance. You have to be willing to give and take, but at the same time, if you end up giving in to working for someone or being in a relationship with someone, and it's not in alignment with your values and goals, and then you feel like you are bound to that, it can be really, really challenging energy, and it can lead to a lot of drama, that kind of energy. So we also have abuse and abuse of power. So this is kind of an energy of, it's a karmic space, and it's when people have power over you and they use it. And look at this, we have, yes, 2026 is a year of having harmony. Yay! Let's all take that, Taurus. And this is talking about, the difference between having a drama with your partner and having like this energy here, where you actually have harmony, like just how peaceful. And then we have temperance, so saying this is what you've been waiting for. So some people might have thought, I wonder if she's ever or he's ever going to settle down, like and it could be, maybe you are very picky, and the slightest thing, it's like, well, I don't think this relationship is working out. That kind of energy. And that's okay. Taurus can be really stubborn or determined, if you want to say it that way. We also have the shooting star energy on this world. So this, I feel like all of your wishes are coming true with this soulmate. So I feel like you're willing to do the give and take. You're willing to dig deep here, but this person is worth it, because this isn't, saying this is saying about a transition, like a total transition in the way your world is. So you're willing to let go of what you have, the way your world is now, and it's looking pretty nice. So it's kind of like, but you want that cup of love, and so that's the energy. And then we have on here, okay, I feel like a lot of people maybe felt like maybe you're being a little bit indifferent, and that you didn't care about other people that much, and not really caring about other people on your path. But that's not true. I feel that at some point you really got hurt and you sort of closed your heart down, and that's why it's so beautiful that you're willing to open it back up again now. And we have the Virgo energy coming in. So this energy is talking about being, a young adult that is like better able to communicate now. Like kind of letting go of, Virgo energy is kind of talking about someone who maybe has been going to university for several years and has had to work like an extra job to pay for it, as well as going to school and studying, and now you finally have your degree and you landed the perfect job here, and like that kind of energy. So it's about, okay, well, now I have time that I can contribute and get more into that energy of, okay, I'm going to contribute more to to other needs other than just my own. So from the bottom of the deck, we have the Aries energy here under this fulfillment. So for the external forces. So this is about, I feel like it's for you. This is a new. You haven't felt this way about someone before. And so that's a really good sign. This is saying that the Aries energy is talking about, like, this is brand new for me, but I'm going to do my best to, learn as I go here. And you obviously feel that this person is worth this transition in your life. And then we have the Hermit energy. And so I feel like this energy is saying that whether you're the King of Cups, both of you are very much the same. Like, you might not be, the King of Cups represents the water energy and you represent the Pentacle energy, but quite often opposites do attract. And in any case, it's about being able to really have that, like, go inward and really understand who you are, and so I feel like even if this person is maybe likely to be not like someone you normally would have dated or whatever, and so sometimes opposites really attract, and maybe the type of person that you were attracted to was not one that actually was your best, in your best interest in some ways. Maybe you were too much alike, We have the, on this star energy, this is about education and furthering your experiences in life. And so this is talking about being able to use your insight and your intuition as well as your logic. And I feel like, Taurus is very good at that, because Taurus is the energy of Taurus. I mean, you're ruled by Venus, and that is, all about love. Like that, toddlers are very lovable even when they're stubborn. Can be a little bit like a bull in a china shop sometimes, but that's okay. And then we have this transition card again. The wait is over. That's what that's saying. This is saying the wait is over. You've been very patient. Here's your soulmate. You deserve this. Have a wonderful life. Really like this reading for you, Taurus. And then this is about, it's already, like, it's destined. It's already on the way. This is like a bulldozer coming through, a tank. Nobody's going to stop your destiny for you. And this is talking about, it's really good that you've come to this heart opening and this ability to give and take and understand and allow yourself to be vulnerable again, because this would have been a huge missed opportunity for you. And I feel like what's really cool is this person, like, even though this is a very stable person, it's also someone who has that fire to bring a lot of passion into your life, which is always pretty awesome. I feel like there we have it. Maybe in the past you've been going after men that don't measure up to your father. You might be a daddy's girl kind of energy. That's the kind of energy I'm picking up. Like, I was feeling like no one really measured up because you have such a high, or it could be the opposite. You don't have a good opinion of your father, so you were looking for father figures. I don't get that with you, though. You wouldn't be this successful if you were doing that. I feel this is more like having very high standards, because this kind of energy just represents someone who's been held in, like, your father may have been someone that was hard to please in some ways, like that set very high standards, but there was never any doubt that you were loved by him. Like, that's the kind of energy I'm picking up. So this is a really, really awesome reading, Taurus. I hope they all go this way, because there's been some ups and downs in the readings for sure. If you've enjoyed this, please do like and comment, as it does empower me to build my channel, and I really appreciate it. I'll also consider subscribing if this is, if you resonate with the energy of my channel. I would be honored if you did so. Bye for now, Taurus, and I will be back with another reading. Oh, Stella, you need to get off my lap now because I'm turning the camera off. Bye for now, Taurus.